Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try really hard to get this out the same day I make it because I'm running pretty behind on getting content out to you. Welcome back to the Crust. Hope you're having a great day today. So as many in the peanut gallery have pointed out, a lot of these extractors have no units left. You know, that may be obvious to you, but cool. Like, I'm paying attention to like 800 things, so not obvious to me. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And we also have, I think, a couple over here that are done as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I have to reconnect that pole, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and reconnect that. Maybe I can get it right from there. There we go. Just bypass this one entirely. I don't need this one anymore. We can go ahead and get rid of that one too. Okay, cool. And then we can also go ahead and dismantle that. And I'll leave that connection for now. It does lead to the main belt. So there might be something else I can pop in there. It's fine. And then I thought there were maybe a couple more, but I don't remember where they are. Right here. Yeah, these ones right here don't have any deposits left either. Pretty much anywhere in the areas where we have extractors that are like doubling up on a deposit, those are going to run out faster, of course, because we're just like pumping them out twice as fast. So yeah, that makes sense. This one's only got 9,000 left. This one here has only got 31,000. That's a lot, actually. So we're fine there. And then the ones way back here are done too. So let's just go ahead and do that and go like that. And we'll just get rid of both of those extractors as well. So I think that takes care of all the extractors that are shut down due to lack of resources. Never mind. You guys are already expended? Lame. That's a lot less. So we're going to be more reliant now on MDR, right? That's how that works. In fact, this whole thing can go. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to leave it there because there might be more resources. We could tap it onto the same belt, right? Let's not, you know, we don't have to tear the whole belt down. It's fine if the belt just stays there. Everything else seems to be pretty solid. And as I go back through here, like we can get titanium from back there. That's probably needs to happen. And we'll just go ahead and do this. So some of you guys, there's not even hotly debated. It's almost universal. You guys think I should just connect these two together. Output belts to input belts kind of thing. And the reason why I avoided doing that initially was because I wanted to have the ability to do two different contracts, and even if they're different resources, and to be able to govern which one goes where and everything. But it's been made, you know, it's been suggested aggressively that that is just not required. You don't need that level of flexibility. And so, okay, if I don't need that level of flexibility, we will... we'll do everything you want to do. We'll give it a shot. So I'm going to go ahead and take this away. And I'm actually going to add a third to this because I think it will probably look better and the whole system will flow a little bit better if I do that. I'm going to put this back here about like this and just connect it like right up here. You want these things connected? That's what we're going to plan for. And they are not... Oh, I see. There's 5 inputs and 4 outputs. Well, that doesn't matter. I don't care about that. So we're going to say we want as fast a belt as possible between these two things, right? So that goes to there. That's a $23,000 expense. Yikes, but okay. I don't think I need the conveyor 4, to be honest. Like that's our conveyor 5. That's actually something I don't think I need. I'm going to go 4. Wow. There we go. I'm going to go with that one instead. And then this one, instead of coming out like that, we're going to bring it over like so. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll just simply have this belt go away. All right. And it will merge to be there, I guess. And then this whole segment here needs to be upgraded, doesn't it? So we'll just upgrade that segment all the way to this point. And then what we'll have from here, I don't need this anymore, so we can get rid of that. And I probably should just bring this back too, because we can. What I can do then is we'll just have conveyor 4 from this side come out and over. Okay. And that's how that'll go. All right. And then this one still needs the output belt. So I'm still going to want to bring this this way. It probably doesn't need to be this fast though. Like this is a level 1, isn't it? Yeah. So like we don't really need super fast belt in here. I can just put the level 1 for now into this. So we'll bring it up to here and then slap it on there and then upgrade that. All right. So now if we ever do send something to this, it'll still go where it needs to go out to that side. But this is going to be how we handle this from now on. All right. And then I can just place you, let's say, in that spot. and then connect you here. And if I do another one, then we do another one next to it. And we just have this whole thing surrounded. But that's going to give us a bunch of flight control centers all routed and connected through each other. And the peanut gallery can be happy about it. Okay, they can, well, not happy. They'll be moderately satisfied to the point where they won't comment anymore, because that's how it works. You only comment when you don't like something. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're having a great day. I do. I really sincerely am trying to just be a sarcastic ass on purpose here. Okay, it's not a huge deal. I'm pretty thick-skinned. It gets to me sometimes. It does, but it's not to the point where it's like, okay, I'm not making videos anymore. At least not yet, anyway. Sometimes it gets there. It's like, you know, it kind of was that. Honestly, it was that way with Schedule 1. That's admittedly something that happened. With Schedule 1, it was like, all right, you know what? This experience of posting videos sucks. I'm not doing it. But it is not that way with the Crust. We're good. Okay, so we are going to continue our quest of making this place better for people and getting more people on the base. But I have to fulfill more contracts if I want to pay all their salaries. I think this is a good number of beds. It's probably even more than we'll need. I think we're in a good space there. I would like to maybe, since we have a lot of beds over here, I thought maybe it would be a good idea to break this down and I can turn it into another science room. Instead, they don't have to come all the way over here for the science. They could be here with it instead. It's just like you don't want them to sleep in the same place they work. That was the kind of thing. So like this is a separate room where they can sleep. But I also have this over here, and there's a lot of beds here for people too. They don't sleep all at the same time and everything, right? So I think it should be fine. Somehow this got flipped. But you know what? It's okay. They got flipped. They're not all facing the same way, and I like it. It gives the place some character, right? I like it. We're gonna go ahead and tear down these beds, get these resources back for doing so. And I think for these ones, we'll probably move them. Yeah, I think it's probably better just to move them. I want to make this a science room, I think. Decided I want more research to happen here. And so we'll bring the beds, the big tall ones, over here. Those 3 beds will come right here. It's fine. So life support, bunk beds. I guess it doesn't really matter whether they're facing the one way or the other at this point, does it? Because they're all... I'm just going to do it intentionally now, just to really screw with you. There we go. Okay, then. Now, our belt is still super full, and that's the important thing. If I'm looking at our big belt, our big wrapping around belt, I want to see it completely saturated. That's the important thing. As long as we can keep that going, we're in good shape. If I go back to the map, I can see I got multiple trucks, right? Multiple trucks on their way from MDR, and MDR is still getting very full over that where it is. So it's probably a good idea. There's not a whole lot of iron coming through there, honestly. And maybe I should take a look at that. Are we good on iron? Where are we at? Right over here. So are we good on iron? It seems like we are. Seems like we could do with some upgrades on our iron processing even. I don't want to spend all my money because I do have to do contracts, but I think we could afford to upgrade pretty much all of them, especially the ones that are close to the join point there. So I guess we'll do that. That'll help us process this iron a little bit faster. We have really low titanium input right now. That's something I'm seeing. And it has to do with the fact that most of our titanium sources are just inaccessible at this point. Well, there's some titanium way back here. And so I could go ahead and try to grab that. It's a long way, but I think maybe if we join it onto this belt, it'd be cheaper. I don't know if it'd be cheaper to join that belt, but there might be some more resources over here too. I gotta believe that's near the edge here. There's more stuff. So I'm just gonna paint this area and then we're gonna maybe bring it, yeah, from this area and we'll bring it down. So we'll see what we can come up with in this zone right here. We'll just kind of open it up and see if we find anything interesting in there. And then we'll just make it, give me a straight shot over to titanium at least over that way so that I can get started on that. Okay, good. And then my driller bots, we'll just make sure there's 5 of them now. Okay. Again, the large data centers and stuff, it doesn't really matter whether I have the large data centers or the small data centers. They're all just going to add CPU. The only difference is you just get more CPU capacity for the power you're spending. They're just more efficient. And so like I have a whole bunch of them and I prioritized other researches before that. right? But we do have the large water tanks, I believe is what's required for that, which is over here. But I'd rather get this. If I'm being super honest, I'd rather get this than the large CPU. I don't care enough about the large CPU data center. It's good. It's objectively better than everything, but like prioritization of what can I use now versus, you know, what's not necessarily required now. And that's where my head is. My head is not required now. It's just not. I have enough CPU and I have space to add more, so I'm fine. We're all good here. Okay. As far as water goes, production is ahead of consumption still, so we can add another farm. And so we can just do that right here really quick. Just go. But I was gonna put the refrigerator here though, wasn't I? So we can go on this side instead. This is where we'll go with this. We'll say 1, 2, 3 more farms here. That you do not need to man these farms. You don't need people working there. They will work without people. They just work a lot better with people. But they will work without people. So, I mean, again, it's a thing where it's like, do you need it or do you just really want it? And eventually I'll have it, but I don't need it yet. Okay, so we'll get those 3 put in. That'll give us even more, and we can then expand carbon fiber production, hopefully a little bit faster. We do have quite a bit. They're all rocking and rolling there. My current carbon fiber quantity is 220, which is not nearly enough of what we're going to need later if the laser becomes a thing. All right, so I want to see how this is going to work with all these things attached to each other, right? We have Mark IV belts all the way through here, so it should just all flow super fast. So let's grab a contract really quick and see how it flows. Like my worry was that I have 2 different contracts going at the same time and they have 2 different resources. And so I didn't want the resource from, let's say you have a ship. This, again, maybe it's not a big deal. You guys who play the game, maybe you know this, but in my head, when I was setting this up without knowing ahead of time, right? No metagaming here. I'm thinking, okay, if I have a resource that needs to go to the second one, but it's hung up at the first one, and the first one can't get the resources because the other one's hung. Like, all that stuff was like going on in my head. It's probably not that big of a deal because we have that whole like pass-through thing, right? So it's probably not a big deal. Sea gifts. This is a 20-day deadline for all those credits. I think we can accept that one. That's fine. We have the concrete to do it, so let's do it. We'll go ahead to Petrol M. Fill the order, go, 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 fill the order. Wait. You know what? It's fine. Go. It's just a little bit over the other one. All right. We're filling that order with concrete. All right. And then all we're going to do is this. We just unlock it. Let it go. All of this stuff is super fast. This is a maxed out tier 5 belt. It's going to flow into this. So it's all flowing in. Now they all land at the same time. So now this is where my head is at, right? Right now, only one of them will fill at a time. I could be filling 3 of them or 2 of them at a time. But instead, I'm only filling 1 at a time, right? Because they pass through like this. That's where my head was. It's kind of like, everyone has to wait for the first one to get done. And then the third one has to wait for the second one to get done. And then if another one lands ahead of it, now all of a sudden that one's not getting filled. And like all of that, right? But I think if you really think about it, which this is like the different ways of thinking about it, right? If you really think about it, you're going to load your crafts at the speed that your belts allow you to, right? So if I upgrade to tier 5, this will just load faster. And then once it's gone, this one will start loading. And then if something lands here, as it probably will, this one will stop loading now, right? Because this one's going to start taking them. But we're still loading vessels at the speed of our belts. That's the bottleneck, is the speed of the belt and not the landing pads. Because typically right now, you would get a situation where the thing lifted off. So everything's stalled. It's not loading. But now at least it's still loading somewhere. So it's a little faster. But hopefully you can see kind of where my head was on this. Where it's like I wanted to be able to load multiples at a time. I thought that would be faster. But if you really just kind of think about it a little bit more, it's really the belt speed that's limiting me, right? And that's okay. All right, engineering. I need something else. Manufacturer I could go get. I'm thinking I want something that's gonna You know, I just don't need any of these things. That's the thing. Maybe the smelting. Maybe I'll get the smelting furnace upgrades. I don't think I really need much of those things. Rover's idle outside the base. You're trying to find something, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, we're going this way trying to find something. Let's go that way. And then we've got 2 trucks idle. That's no good. Let's get you... we'll set you a route. We'll set this truck over to the big guy as well. Like that. We'll fill it up, set the patrol. Maybe we just have one of these trucks only bring us the rare earths. Because there's like 1,000 of them in that thing. So maybe. My worry with that, though, is that if I constantly bring the rare earths, then eventually it'll all fill up with the regolith only, and there won't be any space left for more rare earths. So actually what I should do is do this. Have this truck load only regolith. I'm assuming that the capacity of the truck is going to, like, both of these things take up capacity. So if I have one truck taking only the regolith, that will free up more space for the rare earths. So we'll try that. We'll have one truck do that. And then the other truck, I have one more idle truck, right? Yeah, this one right here. So this is Cyclops. And Cyclops, I'm going to have you do the same, but I'm going to space you out a little bit more. I'm going to have you wait just a little bit more. It's all still loading, right? This guy didn't take off. And now he'll keep loading while this one lifts off again. And this one has nothing. Okay, well, I guess there's a little bit. I'm not sure how it's getting any. Oh, the drones are doing it. I don't need the drones to do it. You can go ahead and do that. I don't need the drones to do it. It's fine. Drones, you don't need to bring things to there. Please stop doing that. But see, like, there's no point in having more than 3, I think, at this point. Maybe even 2. Like, what's the point? If you're not gonna be able to send them to multiples at a time, then what's the point of having, like, somebody left a comment before, it's like, this is why I have 9 of these things. It's like, why? What is the point if you can only load one at a time anyway? What do you care? You know, like 3 I think is the most you really need. After this, it's like the speed of the belt is what matters, right? And like we could always do that too. I have a little bit of money, but it's very expensive to upgrade these belts any more than we already have. So it's probably not something I should do at the moment. But see, now the only one that's loading is this one, and just like that, it stops. And then it's this one that's loading now, and it'll take off pretty much right as it lands. I think this is the last one. Yeah. And then once this is lifted off, then we'll have the contract completed over here, and then I can stop feeding this concrete. We have a lot of concrete. I just fed it, so. So I left it at the end of the last video, but I'm going to leave it in the middle of this one. I have a lot going on in my in real life. I know I'm a real person. All right, I'm a real boy. So I have a lot of stuff going on, and that's getting in the way of recording. So you're seeing lapses. We're gonna see days without videos. Just because I go a day without it doesn't mean I've dropped it completely. Okay, we're real people, and we do sometimes real life gets in the way, and that's okay. I don't need any well wishes or anything. I'm fine. It's just part of life. But yeah, we're gonna go through a period of time here in the next few weeks, over the next couple weeks, where there's gonna be several days probably without any videos, and that's just how it goes. I want the sociology lab here, this side, like that. I'm gonna go ahead and tear this one down. Although they say they're nearly, oh, that's progress on the research, not on a specific lab's research, so we're fine. So let's do that one, sociology lab there, and then I think, should I get another one? I wonder, like, should I go and get additional engineering research or additional fundamental science research? I don't think I can fit. Yeah, like I can't fit them all in here. The room is just a little bit too narrow. When this deposit's gone, I can expand the room. Maybe I could just expand the room out this way for now. That's not a bad idea. We could do that. I could have them work on that right now. After they build this, I don't want them to prioritize anything else. Urgent contract available. Frames. I really don't want to give you frames. I don't. But the 60% bonus is pretty juicy. Let me just be upfront and honest with you there. The 60% bonus is pretty good. I think you can leave now. Oh yeah, you can definitely leave now. So we'll get you on a route, take you over to MDR. We'll have you select all 2. Go ahead. Good. All right, so all my trucks are kind of going to MDR and back. The MDR is quite far away, but it's okay because it's just a really good spot. Just got 100% of everything on there, which I like. So this is still open, isn't it? Sure is. We should probably close that. We need more steel up top too. That's got to happen pretty quick here too. I have just enough titanium plate to make that happen, so I'm going to hold off on that. I'd like to have a good surplus of everything. If I'm selling it, it means I've got a good surplus of it. That's what I'd like the reality to be. This one's pretty good. We can get some more money for this one too. We'll just go ahead and send all this. Yep. So all that stuff will land, and then we'll unlock the fuel. Once all the concrete makes its way through all these things. Probably shouldn't accept contracts that have there we go. Probably shouldn't accept contracts that have really short deadlines, like 11 days, I guess, unless there's nothing on the belt, because that just slows down the loading process from there. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think in the end, I kind of do like that, the way that's loading, the way that works. I think I do. It's less maintenance to it, you know. I don't know if it necessarily loads anything faster, because again, you're restricted to your belt speed anyway. But ultimately, yeah, it's good. We could leave it like that. It's good. All right, so our monthly expenses for salaries is just 6,600. I mean, that's not very much. We can definitely afford more. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more colonists if I can. Let's get another scientist. Let's get another botanist. Definitely want that. Keep that food up. Engineers 1 and 2, definitely. We could probably grab everybody except you. I don't want, if I can avoid negative traits, I'm going to avoid negative traits if I can. So we're going to hire these 6 people. Get them down here. Even more people coming down is great. We have currently 93 food. I think we're positive on that. I think we're doing really well on food, but you know what? It's possible I could grow more food in this room too. You know, we could have more food happening in this room too, just to make sure that the food we're like, I want to make sure people are eating well, right? So like we could do something like this in this room. Again, they'll grow anyway without people tending to them. It just takes a lot longer. But if I have a lot of them, then I'm more likely to, you know, we gain it and then we push it into the kitchens and we make the food. So this is enough room for another lab of some kind. And if I'm taking a look at science output right now, temporary science, I'm getting plus 200 engineering right now, and it's going to be done in 16 days. So maybe I think another engineering one would be a good idea. Let's try, let's get that. Another engineering lab would be here. Like so. Yeah, that works. And then another urgent contract here. More smart concrete, titanium, and duralumin plate. We have all of these things. It's probably worth doing. I'm not sure how much duralumin plate I'm going to need for whenever this laser pops up, but you know, I don't know how much we need on that. But I can definitely satisfy this contract. So let's accept that one. I don't think the duralumin plate is actually up top. It's right here. And it looks like it's also full. So, I mean, if I routed it to up top, I could tap it into here. That would do it. I was leaving this space open, but I think I can probably take the belt, run it right alongside this, and then down, and then connect here. So let's do that. It's going to run right alongside, right alongside this belt. And it's going to come to here. Then it's going to come down like this. That's in the way, but it's okay because we can go around it like so. So we're going to tap into that, upgrade that. Yeah, we'll go underneath from here to there. And then we're also going to want to go underneath from here to here. And then we'll just take this belt out in this direction, let's say. Yep. And then go like that. And then like that. That'll get the duralumin plate to the top. And I think I have a storage for that, right? Already reserved. Should. Right there. Yep. So they're already ready to go there. What's going on with you? Interesting. You're too slow. That's what's happening with you. Let's get you to be super fast. There we go. Load it in. Perfect. What upgrade are you? Where are you? You look like you're orange. Orange. So you're all Mark 4 already. Okay, that's fine. There's no reason for the connectors to have to be faster than what this belt is, but I'm thinking probably upgrading this with my money. Going tier 5 with this feed belt is very expensive, but I think in the end it will be worth it. Over time it'll be worth it if I just kind of work on that gradually. Mark 5 feeding through here would be great. Here's our people ready to go to work. Get on in here if you can. Check our trucks really quick. See where they are. As long as MDR is not sitting full, right? Also had somebody saying I was forgetting. I hate when people say that because, like, I'm not forgetting. Like, use your eyes, okay? It's on the screen. You can see things, okay? If you're going to come at me as a matter of factly, I'm going to respond to you as a matter of factly, okay? It's just the way it goes, all right? I'm reciprocating your attitude back to you. That's what this is. I'm not forgetting that I want geologists or any of the other researches that you think I'm forgetting, okay? Like, use your eyes. See? Rover upgrade. It needs done before I can get this. Guess what's the very first thing, the very top thing on my research list for like the last 3 videos? It's right here. Rover upgrade, okay? That is happening so that I can get to this. I can't just genie my way into this. Magically go, okay, let's do this one now. We don't need this. Okay? There's no forgetting here. Everything's happening exactly the way I planned it. Everything is happening exactly the way I want it to happen. A terrifying sight. Arthur's suit is punctured, but his body, it hasn't decomposed, only dried out. His skin darkened, as if burned by the sun. His eye sockets are empty, as if the moon itself took his gaze. Our specialist retrieved the commander's body and loaded it up into the rover. Now all that remains is to send it to the base and hand it over to his family. Understood. Also, didn't forget, again, I'm not forgetting anything, ventilation to these 2 rooms. That has not happened. If you had said this in video 23 or something, then sure, but no, it's the last video. It's already done. Look, ventilation is done in this room. Ventilation is done in this room. Eyesight is a very important thing. Use it. It's right there. I actually built it on screen during the video. It wasn't even something I did offline. Come on now. Okay. I'm done. I got that. I got it vented. Can you see? I get some pent up aggression sometimes. I just got to let it go sometimes. It just has to happen, man. I do this with my kids too. You know, my kids just, if you ask a dumb, I always tell my kid, like, if you ask a really good question, I'll answer it. All right. You ask a legitimate question, you're going to get an answer every single time. But if it's a really obvious thing, you're going to get some snark. It's just the way it goes. All right. It's good to ask questions. It's not good to make statements when you don't know what you're talking about. Oh my gosh! Look what I found! More aluminum! Yay! 79.7%. It's very good. We're going to start working that, definitely. Let's go ahead and check over here. Make sure there's nothing there. Let's get some silicon there. Okay, let's get an extractor on this aluminum source, which is actually really hard to see without that little ping. But here we go. We'll just open this up a bit. Yeah. And we'll get this hooked up to the network too. It's right here. We'll just hook this onto the same belt. And in fact, this is already, I think this is close to being done, isn't it? Yeah, only 4,000 units left on this deposit. So I kind of don't need this second extractor here. Like, they're already waiting and stuff anyway. So I can tear this down and I'll just hook up the aluminum to this and that'll be what shares it, because this only has 4,000 units left in it anyway. Engineering research is needed again, man. Needed again. All right, outpost fuel generator doesn't require it, does it? No, it doesn't. Shoot. I'd really like to get that rover upgrade done, to be honest. It's kind of taking up all the space. Everything else has an engineering component that is already completed. So I think territory probes will go. Really like to get that helium-3 deposits and stuff. I want to get into territories. All right, heavy engineering. This is the large vehicle assembly building. I'll take that away and put battery upgrades on, I guess. I just need that orange science to be going someplace. There we go. Probably could look into... Oh, you know what? You kind of have to have a belt connected here, don't you? There you go. There you go. There you go. Now you can... Yeah. We'll have even more stuff going out this way. So I can definitely handle... At this point, I can handle more carbon fiber production. But what I want to do instead is I want to upgrade the existing carbon fiber factories. I think I'd rather do that. It's a little more efficient to do it that way. Yeah. And then let's, for the time being, we'll add a few more data centers in here just to help our expansion as we go. Of course, we're going to tear all those out and put the larger ones in when the time comes, all right? And the time is right. That's how we're going to do it.
Research complete.
All right, so iron, you are on your way out. So iron is already being stored out. When this storage is full, it goes that way. So we have iron in reserve for, you know, manufacturing things, but this iron belt here, this iron storage is getting close to full too. I kind of feel like I need another one. I feel like I'm gonna need another one. Why do I feel like I need more steel storage up here? Like, I haven't really had any contracts with steel at all, but I'm thinking about the laser. I don't know how much steel that needs, but I feel like I want more. The thing is, though, now that wheels is done, I can do geologist. Look at that. Haha, I got it. The thing is, though, that with this one full and this one full, that is kind of extended storage anyway. There's already over 4,000 steel storage capacity. I think that's probably enough. I'm hoping that's enough. You don't have enough oxygen. Well, it's because you're in space. You should probably go inside. Yeah. There's plenty of oxygen inside. You should just do that. Okay, so this one is definitely a one extractor only area. There's only like 2 spaces where this will even go. So we're just going to have only one on that one. That's just the way that rocks. We'll have this come all the way down and connect to there. Not tier 3, not tier 3. Just tier 1 is okay. Here we go. We'll build that out like so, and that'll get us some more aluminum. Aluminium added to the network of belts we have here. And we'll slide you all the way up to like so. And you are just out of reach. No, you're not. You're right there. That's good. Okay. Excellent. Let's go that way with our beacon. Anything else over there? No, nothing that way. I have plenty of spare power, and it is dawn. So I can just spend all this power I want looking for stuff. Maybe over that direction. I think I have also another one I built over here, so I can start scanning a little bit further away all around the base. Another deposit of aluminium. Aluminium. That's my pronunciation for the day, is aluminium. There we go. And more titanium is definitely needed here too. So we're gonna grab the titanium like so, and let's get that hooked up with the aluminium. So something like that-ish, and then pop that over like that-ish. Yep, and then we'll hook it up to this belt and then be done with it. Yeah, so this will hook that up. Excellent. Okay, cool. So we're finding things. Finding things is good. As long as I see this belt totally saturated, I'm happy. No, the other thing would make me happy is for this rover to find what it's looking for. Oh, wait, are we on top of it? We're on top of it. Oh my gosh. It just landed. That's great. Okay, I don't have to search for it anymore. Can you imagine the rover's just stopped right next to the thing and he's like, okay, we need to scan. I don't know where anything is. Cool. There's 152 food over here. That's neat. Anything else in the area? Doesn't look like it. Let's go to the server hub over there then. And you, truck, with people on board. I wish you to go to the food. Grab the food and then go back to base, okay? Yeah, you're just gonna turn around because you're way out here already. Turn around, go get this food, okay? There we are. I'm debating on moving MDR closer. I know this is a great spot with like 100% everything, but it doesn't have iron. You know, it's like I'm kind of feeling like maybe, just maybe, it's like it's very far away. It's still filling up, right? It still fills up even with 4 trucks. I feel like it's too far away. I feel like I should move it somewhere else. And, you know, like it could be some place where it's got a good mix that includes iron too would be nice. But, you know, close to the base is, I think, maybe not necessary. But if I can find a good mix of a whole bunch of stuff that I need, like this is a lot of iron, but it's not the rare earths, and I really want the rare earths. So, yeah, I'll find a spot at some point here and I'll move it. But right now it's kind of like 100% on everything else except iron. All right, we got silicon deposits getting set up here too. I've got 4 different extractors on these 2 areas here, and we're just going to have this belt go all the way over this way. And it needs to hook up to the main system, of course. So it's a little bit of a long belt here, but I think if I just pop it onto this, it should be okay. This one will be gone pretty soon anyway, I think. So we're just going to get this to be, I guess, all the way over here as far as we can go. And then we'll just kind of go one more over here, I guess. Slap it onto that. And that gets us our belt that we need for this. So we'll go ahead and get you there. Hook that up. I probably need to make these belts a little higher level now at this point too. I got 837,000, so I could probably afford to do that. So I think we'll probably go ahead and have this belt here leveled up, and then this one needs leveled up, and then I think probably that one, but we'll come to that. We'll get that when it actually shows me that it's needed. And then I'm just going to hook up all of these wires all the way out here too. So more silicon coming in this area. 1, 2, and then over here, 3, 4, like so. Okay. And then you guys don't need to do any of this stuff anymore. You guys don't need to handle that anymore. So I'm just going to it's delete mode, right? Yeah, delete mode. Just go ahead and stop this. I don't need this done anymore either. You guys are good. Move on to another place. That's great. And we also have some more ore searching we can do on this side now as well. So we'll just want to make sure we shoot at things. There we go. More aluminum around the outside is kind of where all the aluminum seems to be on my particular map. I know some people get it pretty early. Mine just kind of spawned really far away. So there it goes. And nothing out that direction. One more over here. Having lots of spare power in the storage feels good. I can scan during the night and not really have to worry about anything. I like that. It's great. What's that sound that just happened? Rover should have found something is usually what that means. Okay, so it's a server hub and we just need some people to go out there and get that stuff. Fine. Let's have you go to another human organ factory. Go check out what that is. And then I think I might just buy the nanotubes. I was going to start making them, and I probably could. It's just like the silicon, I'm not sure. I'm hooking it up right now, so I guess we probably have enough production to do it. It's just I need to basically take it off of this belt here. So this belt is going over into this area, but I need to pull the supply off of this and bring it in here to make nanotubes. So let's just see what this goes for here. So carbon fiber factories were originally going to be set up kind of over this side, and I could even do one more. I suppose I could probably do one more row. Let's give myself enough room for another row. And then nanotubes. The assemblers are going to make nanotubes, and we would probably start with I could start on this side, like maybe I would go this direction, but then the output ends up being back, so maybe it's better to bring the silicon further. Maybe. Is there going to be enough room for me to make my microprocessors in here, though? I don't think so. Not if I do that many carbon fiber factories. Okay, so we're going to go with 2 rows of carbon fiber then. That's fine. So if that's the case, then all the carbon fibers ended up here. We're going to have some of it go to storage, but we're going to prioritize sending it this way first. So we will prioritize it going this way. We'll just not hook it up just yet. Just want to see how the belt's going to be spaced out. So it'll have to be about here. This is where the input goes in. So this belt will run this direction. All right. So the agriculture belt that's sending it will be right along here. Basically, it'll be this belt. Okay. Okay, so from there, we want assemblers. And the carbon fiber is going to be the one that jumps because it's going to be the furthest away at this point. So we're going to have carbon fiber jump. And then that means that the silicon, of course, is not jumping. So I want to have a little bit of space for that to come in. So why don't we leave it to be about here? Yes, let's switch this over. We'll go about here with it, I guess. Should be fine. So 1, 2, 3 assemblers, at least in this little group. And then we can also have other resources coming in to manufacture them over in this side. Okay, so we'll start with 1. And of course, this carbon fiber is going to come that direction. Can lock that in. I'm going to go ahead and delete this belt. And also this and this, because we don't need that just yet. Yep, so we'll go ahead and build this for now. This needs to be built, and we're going to make this nanotubes. It's not going to show me the inputs on those yet, but we saw that silicon is here, so I'm pretty sure it's this direction is what I need to go in here. So it'd be like this and over, but we'll see once it's built. Because my memory's bad, so I don't remember which one it was. I already said. It never really mattered when I was placing it. I didn't really care. Like one way or the other, both resources are getting in there anyway, so it's fine, whatever. And then, as far as a buffer or supply for this, I'm thinking like just a buffer storage over in this side, like right here, would be okay. I'm a little bit concerned about spacing here, but I think if I move it just a little bit over, because there's eventually going to be another microcircuits right here. This whole thing is temporary. This whole thing is going. This will end up in here. But that just means that the silicon also needs to make its way over here a different way anyway. So it's going to be making its way this direction here. So I think we'll go ahead and maybe put it over, maybe on this side. This gives me the maximum amount of space in here for other machinery. I could also have it go the other direction. Could say that. I think for now, we're going to leave it right here for now, I guess. So we'll go here with this. And this is going to go underneath and inside like that. And then the belt for this resource heads this way. Yep, just like that. So silicon ends up in there like that. Of course, if I'm bringing stuff in for other manufacturing on this side, then I wouldn't want this to be so far this way, because then it's going to conflict with other things that need to be brought in, possibly. Why don't I move it over just a little bit more? This is a buffer storage anyway, so it's going to be... Let's put it here instead. That way I have room for other buffer storages and stuff on this side. Yeah. Let's go 2 more. 1, 2. So move it over 1 more. And then we'll have room for another buffer storage. Yeah, that works. To be honest, this will probably go before I ever use it, because there's probably not much resources left in that vein anyway. So all the spacing and whatever indecisiveness, whatever you want to call it, all that spacing kind of won't matter in the end anyway. Okay, we need to have a lot more silicon though. A lot more silicon be pushed in here. So that's what we're doing now. There it is. Yep. Yeah, there's 27,000 units in that vein and 48 in this one. Let's go ahead and upgrade you and you. And you know what? Screw it. I just want to get all the silicon in here as fast as I can. So we're just going to upgrade both of these. It's fine. We'll have you upgraded as well so that you all just get pushed right on in here. There we go. Fully saturate that belt. There we go. I really didn't need to click it twice, but I don't think it matters. It's like an extra 150 credits or something like that. I don't know what it is. Still nothing there. I'm going to choose production for this. You are going to store silicon. Okay, now we just need to get silicon over into there. So we're going to say you're coming out this side. I don't believe I need this yet, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to see the spacing for it. So we're going to put you here. And then now I have my spacing that I need. So I'm going to take you off of this, bring you up here, and then out this side. Yep, and then go right into here like that. Okay. So silicon will now head that way. I might start prioritizing it. We'll see. I have my inputs now. This is carbon fiber. It's going to go under. You are silicon. You will go like so into there for now. I don't think I clicked that correctly. It looked weird to me. There we go. And then you're going to go under like so. All right, now we'll go ahead and drop resources off that belt. Now everything should flow into here. We're going to close that out so that everything goes in here first. Now you have carbon fiber. Yep, there we go. And we should start seeing the nanotubes be produced. There we are. We're making nanotubes now. It's happening. Okay, it's happening. You know what's not happening though? My drone's bringing slag to these farms. That part's not happening. Not happening very well. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they don't really have a lot of slag available to them to grab. So I can help this a bit. There is something I can do about that. It's taking up space. But what I could do, I can't leave it in here, unfortunately. So I could maybe make a buffer here. And then they could pull from this buffer. Let's do that. We'll put a buffer here for slag. And then this will give them a way to at least access this resource. Urgent contract. They want modular frames. I'm not going to give you modular frames. I know that I'm going to be short on those later. There is a huge amount that I'm going to need, and I'm not going to do that. We're not going to do any contracts that have modular frames. Cuban Organ Factory's got some more stuff for me too. That's cool. Let's go ahead and take that solar panels field, and then you guys are on your way back with the food. Very nice. I can probably use a little bit of that fuel to get you back here a little bit faster. I like it. I could also have these guys use fuel, I suppose, too. This guy actually has fuel active. Not a lot of these trucks do, but I could. If I have the fuel's usage active on these trucks, you know, it's kind of like, I bet if I do it for every single truck, I bet it's probably like having an extra truck. But yeah, either way, I think that's a little bit wasteful. I probably should just, you know, get the thing to be closer. There's 5,000 regolith in here still to push into this belt system, and it's actually stalling out. So we could go a little bit faster. Let me see if I can make this. Yeah. So in this case, this belt it's all full, as opposed to all full. It's not awful. It's all full. Okay. Very different. I'm thinking, I mean, I can't really increase these anymore, can I? I mean, I can. I don't think it is. I don't think it matters because they're all full anyway. 1.8K on most of them. I can upgrade. This one definitely needs it. Yeah, level 2. I mean, we can still do that, but the level 2s are already full, like totally full. So I guess upgrading when I can matters. This one doesn't need upgraded. But if I increase the belt speeds, then perhaps it will, because then it will get a lot more and it will probably fill up. Yeah, all right, tell you what, let's go upgrade here, get that to flow even faster through there. We'll upgrade this side because this is 2 level 4 belts merging, so they should be 5s here. Although I did split them into 2. Nah, it's really. I split them into 2 level 5s. That's not how that works. You know what? We'll go like this. So expensive. Oh my gosh, is that all the way over? No, so expensive. All right, we'll do that and that. Okay. Now we'll see if we can't. Yeah, that's what I want to see. A red belt that's totally full. Sweet. But is it full because of the belt being slow, or is it have a legit reason to be? There. Yeah, it's all right. That's the sound of something being researched on the map. Is it the solar panel field? Yep. We have just a bunch of concrete over there. All right. Is there anything in the area? No. All right. We'll start heading back with you then. There's a crash capsule over here. I guess we can go that way with you. Having at least one exploring the surface is a pretty good idea. We're up to 98.83 on wages. And it's a new month, so we have new candidates. So let's say I want a scientist and another engineer and another scientist. Probably not. Another engineer, extrovert, optimist. Okay. Another engineer. Good. Another scientist. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get these 5 people brought in too. And then we'll cool it on that for a little while because, you know, we do have.
Objective achieved.
Oh, there we go. Commander Moore's body has been successfully delivered to his wife. His family personally asked me to thank you, Director. Director, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. This is not just the body of a commander. It's the symbol of his sacrifice that was not in vain. We will sleep easier knowing that he will return to those who await him. We will do everything in our power to honor the commander's trust and support your production. How fascinating that caring for the dead is so important to those who remain alive. Okay, scientist. Okay, scientist. All right, so we have this happening. Nanotubes are a thing, and I think they're probably being brought over here automatically. Yeah, to construct this rover. So good. So once this is done, then we can take a look. You're supposed to be able to make drones. And because this is the small vehicle assembly building. The large vehicle assembly building, I think, is what I need to make my own MDR, I think is what that's for. The large vehicle assembly building. I want to be able to make my own mobile bore unit. Yes, the MBU, I suppose. Ice harvesters. Yeah. Cool. Lots of stuff going on in here. As far as the geologist goes, I'm not really all that, honestly, fascinated about it anymore because it really doesn't matter as much once you get... I don't think anyway. It matters as much once you get this. Like you can just... what do I need to go over there and scan for? I can see what it has just by hovering over my mouse, like my mouse over it. You know, this shows me where helium-3 is, but that's it, you know. Oh, here we go. No, there's no silicon there. Now there's no rare earths. I got to find another location. I just do. I got to find another location. But you know what? That'll be next video because I think we're probably too long today. So I hope you enjoyed my snark. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I did actually build additional buffer storage here because steel got full, so I went ahead and got another loop here. I'm gonna have this loop to where if this is full, then it's gonna go this way and then loop back. I'm gonna try that out, and if I do that, then what will happen is essentially once I start releasing it from this, it'll all just flow from this to this. Like it'll cross through here. So we'll see how that works. It's probably not a great idea, and I'll probably eventually have another row of storages and then just a whole belt system that goes in here, but whatever. It's a temporary thing. Everything's always temporary, isn't it? Take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.